Hi, everybody. It's Ia Patsy, and I am going to be doing the reading for Cancer, Twin Flames. All right, so we're going to be using the Divine Feminine and Masculine Reunited deck. All right, and this is by Christabel Jessica. Illustrations are by Danielle Nicole. And also the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms guidebook by Colette Baron Reed. And The Lover's Oracle, if needed, by Tony Carmine Salerno. And if needed, the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and that's published by Los Caballeros. So these are new cards that I just started using yesterday or the day before, and they are dedicated to the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and their journey in union. So these are for those of us who are in contact with our twin flame, um, not just in recognition, but in actual conversation. And some of us are actually in union with them. So this is pertaining to that part of that journey. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this reading for those of us who are born under the sign of Cancer, since it's their birthday. Happy birthday, Cancer. So you get to get the first of these readings that aren't live. I did a live unboxing. I did a live reading yesterday. So I want to see how it works when I don't have so many questions coming at me. So first energy we're going to get from the male, masculine. All right. You don't have to be a man. You could just have masculine energies, or you could just be displaying masculine energies at this particular time of the year, this particular month, in this particular situation. It depends. For the majority, though, I will be addressing as the masculine energy, and you'll know where you fit in. All right, so these are 11 cards in each of these sections, so it's a 44-card deck. All right, and I'm just going to either wait for one to jump out or when they tell me to stop shuffling. The plan is to upload a video, a follow-up to this, that does the part of the reading that will be with the tarot sexual magic. I'm going to do that on a separate video. Okay, so the first energy that we've gotten for the male, masculine energy is Achilles, god of vulnerability. All right, so let's see what we can get for the female energy. Now we know Achilles' myth is that his mother baptized him regularly while he was a tiny boy, protecting him, and she was able to protect his entire body except the part of his heel that she held when she was holding him upside down in the water. And that became his vulnerability. He tried not to let many people know about that. Okay. And we'll get one more card here. Okay. Very good. The second card that came up for the female energy, the feminine energy, was Freya. And she is the goddess of sensuality. So Freya is a Rhoda Oshun. And this talks about a woman who is embracing her sensuality, who knows that she is divine and that she is very, I'm not going to say sexually oriented, but she knows the difference between sensuality and sexuality, and she knows when to combine them both. She also has been through some things, so she's maybe not as sensual at times as she is capable of being, because again, she is also has been vulnerable. Okay, I'm just going to give this one more thank you. See, they knew I was getting impatient. All right, very good. So let me just move these out of the way. The energy that came, that is the challenge for this couple, is grief and anger. And let's see what grief and anger is talking about. Number 10. And the book is broken down into the 4 different sections. So the shadow and then the light. So it's male, female, male, shadow, and then light. Okay, so let's see. Grief and anger. Do I have it upside down? Of course I do. So it's number 10. So this may be something that both of you are experiencing equally, because when we're twin flames, we mirror one another, right? So chances are that if you're feeling this, your twin is feeling it also. But right now, you don't care. You don't want to hear that. You say, this is how you feel, right? One of you may be in grief, the other one may be in anger. Emotions are energy in motion, emotion. Grief and anger are 2 emotions that are particularly difficult to swallow. That are particularly difficult to allow to be emotion. It can be instinctive to fight them, repress them, ignore them, and instead put your energy into positive focus. Here's the thing. Fighting, repressing, and ignoring emotion in any form doesn't make it go away. It only serves to push them down further, like poison being pushed further down into a festering wound. The only way to release this energy is by putting it into motion, to feel it deeply, to allow it to speak. You may feel like a ship in the deepest of seas at midnight in the middle of a storm, being pushed around by the current, no end in sight. The only way through it is to stop fighting the waves and allow yourself to be carried by them. Fighting the waves leads to the boat filling up with water and capsizing. Ride the waves. Allow the emotions to wash over you as though they were waves. Morning will come. It always does. Though it is the only way through it, as unsatisfying as it sounds, grief and anger have been stigmatized by society. It's time to bring these emotions out of the shadow and reap the rewards of feeling them and lightening up your energy field bit by bit. So this is asking us to let ourselves feel the anger and feel the grief. Whatever the situation is, as I said, you could be feeling one or both of those emotions at the same time, and that can be more troubling because you don't know which one you should honor more. I guess what it's saying is feel them both. Feel the grief and the anger. This is something that's affecting you. For the male energies, this may have been a time when you allowed yourself to be vulnerable, all right? When you shared yourself with someone, or you invested your heart, your emotions in someone, and you made yourself vulnerable, And so now maybe you're feeling angry and betrayed and grieved because things didn't go, or because you weren't able to shield yourself enough that you still got hurt, even though you were protected and you knew you were protected. Maybe you acted in confidence that you were protected and found that you were vulnerable. You allowed someone to get into that vulnerable space, and now you're angry. But maybe that person in you, maybe the way that they hurt you is by leaving you. And so maybe then that's the grief and the anger too. But that's all part of the mourning process, right? Whether the person left you or you left them, there's still going to be grief on someone's side, or at least on your side, even if you don't feel it right immediately. Excuse me, you guys. It's bothering me. But grief is part of healing, is what they're saying. They're saying if you don't give in to both all of those emotions in a nonviolent way, in a healthy way, owning them, then it's going to take you longer to heal from it. And it's just going to be hindering your progress. And this is a lesson. So once you get that together, you should be good. This is dealing with an emotion. For the feminine, Freya, number 2. So this this distancing may have happened because of your experiences when you trusted other people, when you thought that there was love, and you found out that you had been left out in the cold, and so you're afraid that that's going to happen to you again. And these are things that you don't like to talk about either. You may have been hurt. You may have had feelings of abandonment. You may have lost someone. You may have lost a partner. Someone may have passed over, transitioned. You may have not allowed you put your sensuality to your best ends. You learned how to use what you got to get what you want, I guess is what it's saying. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Not to the point where it was that anybody would know it. And that's the thing, it's a secret. No one knows this. No one knows this. No one that you care about knows this. That's what, no one that you care about knows this. It could also mean that over time, through these journeys, through these years, you become a little distant, maybe a little cold. Waiting, you've waited for, you've waited for the best results in the past, and you're just not trusting it. You want to trust it, but you don't know if you can. And you feel like you're making yourself vulnerable, like you're going to expose yourself. And you'll be left with nothing to cover you. You'll be totally exposed. Your secrets will be exposed, and your fears will be exposed. And now you're afraid that it's coming again, it's happening again. right? Feel like it's happening again because this is what you were afraid of. Your intuition, number two, your intuition also told you not to trust it. So you're a little happy about that. You're grateful for your intuition in that respect because maybe then you would be feeling worse grief and worse anger. But you still don't feel it's fair. You're tired of that lesson. You're tired on that lesson. You're tired on feeling that. You feel like you've done. You feel like this is taking enough. You feel like this is taking enough from you, and now you just like to move on from this. You're a little impatient with this entire process at this point. That's just what I'm getting. All right, so what will bring the light onto this situation, this grief and this anger? Balance. Balance. Okay. So this will be the outcome. This is what's going to come from this. This is what it's saying is that this is your lesson on how you all handle these things differently, and that you are going to be communicating to one another about these things because that's what we're here for, to support one another in these shadow moments, to understand where it comes from, to try to communicate that to one another, to feel it, to understand where it came from and what you need in order to overcome it, all right? Or how best to use it, how best to channel your feelings, your emotions. And the way to channel it is balance, meaning sharing it with your partner. That's the whole idea. Communicating these emotions, however it's hitting for you. So that at least at the end you get the closure you need. Find out what triggers this in you. That may be what you need to learn from your feminine, and that may be what you need to learn from your masculine. What brings this? What heals this? What was the lesson in this relationship that helped you learn how to heal that brought you balance, that brought you back to your foundation? The elusive state of balance. Isn't it frustrating when you have finally reached a point of balance that you were attempting to achieve on your path, only to have to go back to an unbalanced state? In a world based in duality that is in a constant state of ebb and flow, it is totally okay to move in and out of balance. Enjoy your time in the zone of equilibrium and use it to your advantage. Use it as a time to create momentum in the area of life that it applies to. When a state of equilibrium is reached, things tend to flow smoother and things move quicker with peace, joy, and success. Do your best to stay in the present moment, enjoying the experience as it is happening. Conversely, if this card has been pulled to suggest that an area of your life would benefit from more balance, do not be disheartened. In this realm of constant ebb and flow, even if it seems impossible to bring balance to a particular situation, it is indeed possible. See it as a chance to be an alchemist, turning lead into gold. The amount of resistance or negative that is being experienced can be turned into the exact amount of positive on the other end of the scale of polarity. So, what about your partner's grief and anger can you help to heal? Or can you help them to heal? What can you bring to that? Are you willing to at least listen and not judge and just take that information in? Are you going to let them know that they can trust you, that you're not going anywhere when they tell you what they want to tell you, or that you're not going to hate them? Hmm. 10 and 2 is 12, right? 12 divided by 2 is 6. That would be balanced. But you have to do it together and apart. And you have to own it. Talk about what it is that that has brought these feelings. It could be different situations. It could be the same situation that you both are reacting to differently. But allow them to grieve and be angry. The bottom of the deck for the male energy was number 3, transformation. Osiris. So they are learning about transformation. They are learning about what goes from the cycle of life, the beginning and the endings, right? They're learning about transformations. They may be experiencing that kind of transformation, a spiritual awakening. They could be experiencing loss. They could be getting lots of intuitive messages. They may be developing their own relationship with the Creator that they're feeling more comfortable with. The bottom of the deck for the female is Sekhmet, the goddess of rage. Somebody still mad? You could be dealing with a fire sign, or maybe you are a fire sign. That's Cancer, dealing with a fire sign. That's got a little Leo, little Aries, Leo combination maybe. Sagittarius is the balance, right? So perhaps now 6 is love, so there's still love there. It's just a little angry. Oh my goodness, let's see what is her problem. Okay, so I've come forward to speak through the energy of this card, to speak to you about an aspect of the feminine that has been deeply embedded in the collective shadow. Divine feminine rage. Let us come together now to shine some light on this topic. Okay, well let's do that. Excuse me, midnight. 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 See. Get please. Thank you, Mama. Could you get down? You're messing with the camera here, Mama. Aye. So let's see. Must have been meant for us to know about it, for me to look at it. So let's see what it's about. Divine feminine rage. Let us come together now to shine some light on this topic. Feeling your rage is a form of light work. This may seem counterintuitive, but when light worker women allow the rage that is deeply rooted within the collective of the feminine to come forth through her, she gives it an outlet. A vessel for this rage to be fueled through. A vessel for the rage to be fueled through. Rage is a healthy part of the feminine energy when it is used correctly. Of course, it is not for 1 second advocating an abuse of this energy, and this is not advocating for this rage to be used as a weapon against another. Rage is a natural part of the feminine. Think of a fierce lioness protecting her cubs, a mother who will not stop until her loved ones are safe. Think of Mother Earth herself, unafraid of inciting her rage. Think of her crackling power during an intense lightning storm, flood, or bushfire, tearing down all that no longer serves. Some healthy ways to release pent up anger include scribbling as hard as you can on art paper with red and orange crayons, screaming as loud as you can into your pillow, taking a walk while intentionally stomping your feet, or throwing rocks as hard as you can to the ground. So, owning your anger, owning your rage, right? And finding ways to express it without hurting other people, right? And as I was reading that, I was getting the, oh yeah, the wind, all right, the graveyard, just cutting through, knocking things down, moving things around, tornadoes and hurricanes, earthquakes, all of Mother Nature, right? And what did they say? It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. That was an old thing, an old commercial we used to hear, right? But it's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. And Mother Nature is a feminine energy. And so when she has had enough, and when she feels things need to be tossed around and turned up, she does assert herself. And there's nothing you can do to stop that, right? Now, this 3 for the male energy, Osiris talking about transformation. So this could again have something to do with a loss, a physical loss, someone transitioning. Could have to do with the tower moment that's going on. All right. This male energy transitioning at the same time, doing it in different ways. Maybe the transition for the male is more introspective, and maybe the transition for the feminine is more explosive. Maybe she's more expressive, but again, that's part of being in touch with your emotions, right? That's part of, so that's not a bad thing, being in touch with your emotions rather than not. But this transformation is contemplative. Okay, let's see. The times that we feel the greatest pain are brought to us as pivotal moments that can catapult us into a realm of existence even higher than we ever thought possible. First, it is important to go through the death cycle. Although your current stamina of spirituality and your time frame on earth is a beautiful one, it has unfortunately created a rather large stigma around feeling deeply. What I ask of you is to help change this. In the act of rejuvenation, it is vital that all of the old be killed off first. In the moments where you feel total and utter despair, when you are in fact doing a monumental burn off of parts within you that need to die. Old traumas, hurts, past lives, templates, beliefs. Allow yourself to have complete and utter feeling of your emotion. Wrap yourself up in a blanket and retreat. The only way through the emotion is through it. Once you have felt it, that's the time for the new you to come in, but only when room has been made. When the transformational power is ready to come sweeping in, just as you can see Osiris depicted here, taking his first breath after a period of death. Anything is possible once you are reborn. Once you are reborn. So you are looking at the possibilities also, huh? Of this new beginning. You, male, masculine energy is looking forward to the possibilities now that he's starting to learn how to feel, and now that he feels comfortable being vulnerable. And female, feminine energy, putting some of that fire back into this picture, maybe. Maybe some of this anger and rage is making things a little warmer for you. Maybe the fact that you're feeling this is something that you have to embrace, because maybe you're not as cold as you were thinking that you were. Maybe you got some more fire left and you discovered it. So again, thank him for getting you to that place where your rage was showing again. That somehow this relationship has brought you back in touch with the passion that you may have thought you lost along the way. So the grief may be the transformation that he has experienced, and the anger is the worry of the loss that she thought that she was experiencing or that she has experienced. But guess now she knows she's getting her groove back. All right? She's gotten the groove back, and that's okay. Very good. So let's see if we can get any more information about this for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and that's by Colette Baron Reed. Do we have anything else to add to the advice, or what it is? Was it okay? Let's say, what is it that the male energy? Okay. Oh, the fire prince, optimism and aggression. So maybe you need to bring some of this fire here. If you have some cancer, if you have some fire in your chart, you can bring it. Even if you don't, you can bring it. This is optimism and aggression. So maybe that's the way you can help your feminine feel balanced, is by coming towards her with your passion. This again is 440. All right, 40 is about your foundation. All right, so the work that you're doing now, or maybe the way that you started this journey, however way you started it, with optimism and going after what you wanted, maybe you need to do that to bring her back to where you need her to be. And you've gotten you have a new glimpse into what life is going to be. You have something that you are looking forward to after you've made this change, this transformation. And so you're on fire for it. You have a passion for this new beginning. You have a passion for this new beginning, and you are being urged to share that. Bring that fire to the High Lady of Love and Compassion. So this is her energy. Number one, again, about the feminine. Reverence, kindness, and consideration. So maybe this is saying that she has been that for you, and you have seen her spiritual journey. You respect her divinity. You see the compassionate person that she is. And you understand her need to express herself and stay in control. And she's been kind. And she reacts well to kindness on your part, and you know that. So, it's telling you to return the favor, return the kindness, return the respect and the reverence. Respect who she is. Respect all that she has been through on this journey and the fact that she is sharing herself, her compassion, her cooperation, her patience with you. Respect that. And if the gift that you can give her is to return some of the optimism, to let her know that you appreciate and you respect her passion. Even if it is a little scary, she won't mind knowing that too. Consideration, meaning that what she has been saying or what she says to you is something that you will take into consideration because you know that she has taken the things that concerned you into consideration. It's saying that there's a respect that she's earned. And you have to, the way that you show her your respect for her is through your consideration and your kindness. That's that's that. That's what that message is. That's what that message is. Okay. Anything else that we want to add to this? So, bring the fire. It'll help your foundation. Understand the aggression that may come from her. Understand where it is. Have a healthy respect for the fire. Have a healthy respect for the fire. Number 34, miraculous angelic help. The winged wise ones. So y'all are both getting messages from your ancestors. 3 and 7. 7. 3 and 4 is 7. So this is divine protection. This is a divine relationship. This is a twin flame. This is what they're saying. The 7. Okay. So you're being protected as you're going through these lessons. So don't be afraid to allow yourself to be challenged or to allow yourself to be vulnerable. This is part of the lesson. This is not going to separate you. This is going to bring you all balance. Part of your foundation. These lessons are here to bring you balance. Allowing yourselves to fly, to feel safe. One takes the lead while the other one flies. The other one flies while the other one takes the lead. Infinite. Healing. Again, Sagittarius energy. Could be Aquarius energy. Healing, balance. But I see a lot of fire here, definitely, definitely. Could even be air. It could be anybody, but this can't. This is Cancer's reading, so Cancer, you know who this is, and it's not even important. It could be any twin flame that's drawn to this reading at this time, right? So you are on your journey towards balance. You're being protected as you go through your lessons. All right. See if we can get something from the Conscious Spirit Oracle, and that's by Kim Dwyer. Any further affirmations for Cancer? Their twin flame reading. Cancer, Moon, Sun, Rising, Venus, and those who are drawn to this reading. The Twin Flame Collective, with happy birthdays to Cancer. All righty. Number 42, again, 4 and 2 are 6, the circle of life. So this is a cycle, this is a phase, this is a chapter of your relationship, okay? I'm guided by the cycles of life and live in complete harmony with them. So accepting the transformation, the changes, knowing these movements are all part of the circle of life. These are part of the lessons. And this is about learning more things about love. '42, Wheel of Life. I'm guided by the cycles of life and live in complete harmony with them. Life is a continuous cycle of birth, death, and renewal, from the changing seasons to the phases of the moon, from the ebb and flow of the tides in our own stages of maiden, mother, and crone. Resisting these changes causes unease and prevents us from fully experiencing life. This card is asking you to become fully aware of all of the cycles of life. Feel them and absorb the knowledge, the understanding, and the energy that each brings. Don't wish for summer and winter, or that night will quickly become day. By doing so, you're not living in the present. Accept and love yourself and your environment at every stage of life. By learning to live in a harmonious flow with all of life's cycles, you will find peace and contentment. By being part of the cycles of life, of nature, and the universe, you'll connect more fully to your soul's purpose and be guided and supported by the universe. So, again, for the masculine energies, if you've had a transformation, if you've had a loss, this is about learning to accept those changes, knowing that this is all part of the circle of life. Okay, this is about accepting the continuity of life cycles. All right, and knowing that this is your part in the universe, that we all play the same part in the universe. Birth, growth, death, recycles. Okay? For the feminine energy, along with owning the cycles of life, the wisdom that comes with that, all right, learning about accepting your anger, learning about accepting the gift of your passion, okay, your sensuality, and knowing that you haven't lost anything. It may change, it may have transformed, it may not be the way it was before, but that doesn't mean that it's not good. It doesn't mean that it's bad or that it's cold. It's just a mature way, a maturity, a way of dealing with your emotions. And here you got number 6, again, on a more earthly plane. Earth elemental. Again, knowing and being grateful for the abundance, for your lessons, for your family, your legacy, where you come from, who you are, your roots, all of your history, everything that has brought you to this place, everything that Mother Nature has provided you, including your fire, including your emotions, your anger, your ability to embrace and encircle, but at the same time to be strong, be rooted in who you are, accepting and being grateful for the abundance, the earth, learning how to work with the herbs, learning how to work with nature, learning how to center yourself, knowing about the sunrise, the power of the sun that has kept everything glowing and growing around you. Whether that the growth is down underneath, deep down underneath, or out for everybody else to see. Whatever it is healthy and is strong. So, number 6. So we got lots of love here. Again, this is not about breaking you up. This is about cementing you together. All those roots that blend, all of that for both of you. This card is asking you to recognize that abundance flows from Gaia, Mother Earth. She is also the foundation for her other 3 elements, the air, the fire, and the water, all of life. Her vital, life-giving energy flows into the water we drink and the plants that we eat. It flows into every creature, every rock and crystal on this planet. Become a conscious consumer by eliminating toxins in your life. Do not use chemicals in your home or garden, and avoid chemical-laden products that contaminate not only your body but the earth as well. Earth can only support healthy life if we keep her healthy. This card could also be an indication that you need to balance your body's energies. Perhaps you live too much in your mind, up in the clouds. Balance this by grounding yourself. Come down to earth. Sit or walk in nature and align yourself with her nurturing energies. Crystals, rocks, and soil are associated with this element. Gnomes and dwarfs are symbolic of its energy and can help you develop your individuality, determination, and appreciation of all things. Okay, so learning how to ground yourself, that's a way to dealing with that hot fire sometimes. Take yourself outside, let your toes make contact with the earth. You don't have to do it for a long time, but try to do it at least once a day. Get outside. And if you can't, at least open the window and stick your head out. If you can't, turn your bed so at least the sun will shine in on you. Open up the window when you're in the bathroom. Something. Let some of God's light in. Right? And embrace the abundance and continue to be grateful, as I know that you have been. It ain't hard to tell. You've been doing your work. That's why you're getting these lessons, and that's why you're getting lessons with your partner. And I just happen to be looking at the bottom of the male energy, the masculine energy deck, and I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to say he had a 6 too. And we learned about this card yesterday, Aries. Somebody that's ready to do the battle. Someone that's ready to help. To open himself up and allow his shadows to be revealed at the right time to the right person. And I think that That was yesterday. This is today. Today, he's allowing himself to be vulnerable. So, accept the help. Oh, yeah, it's help. It's help for you too because you're seeing something that you needed to see. It's going to heal you too. You all mirror each other. You see in each other what you need to see in yourself. And the progress each of you makes encourages the other one. Oh, okay, from the Lover's Oracle. And this is by Tony Carmine Salerno. Oh, cute. And it says, friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So continue to be each other's best friend. Work on that relationship. Well, Cancer, I hope that you enjoyed that. All you twin flames out there, no matter what your astrological sign, I hope that some of that resonated with some of you, and some of those lessons are things that you will be learning from, okay? Because this is about teaching you how to handle these situations as they come about for you, okay? So thank you so very much, and I'll be talking to you guys soon, and I'm going to continue this reading using the seeing what energies we get from the Tower of Sexual Magic, okay? So I'll be talking to you guys soon, all right? And thank you for liking and sharing. Don't forget to turn on the notifications so that you will hear whenever I try to do a live reading again, okay? So I'll be talking to everyone soon. Namaste. Bye.